Well, good evening and welcome back. Delmarva, a Dagsboro man, is in jail after he was found with a slew of drugs following a 3-month-long investigation. 62-year-old John Rickards, who you see there on your screen, is facing multiple felony drug charges along with receiving stolen property. Police executed a search warrant at a home on the 32,000th block of DuPont Boulevard. During the search, detectives detained 9 people, including Rickards. During that search, they found 197 grams of marijuana, 2 grams of cocaine, over 2 grams of meth, crack cocaine, a stolen John Deere Gator UTV, and several stolen power tools. Now, Rickards is behind bars tonight on multiple felony charges. Meanwhile, a Georgetown man has died following a serious crash. Delaware State Police say that crash happened on Thursday as a container truck was traveling westbound on Hardscrabble Road, approaching Landfill Lane. Meanwhile, a Nissan was approaching the same intersection from the opposite direction. Police say the truck turned in front of that Nissan, causing it to swerve and then hit the truck. The driver of that Nissan, a 20-year-old Georgetown man, died at a local hospital. Police urge anyone with any information to call 302-703-3266. Well, the city of Rehoboth Beach held a ceremony today where they buried a time capsule to preserve the history of the Beach Patrol. WMDT's Tierra Williams has the details.
There's no robots that go into the water to save people. It's still going to be human contact. You still need somebody there to help you. That is still going to be the same 100 years from now.
Rehoboth Beach Patrol Captain Jeff Giles says this time capsule is meant to capture the essence of family and service the patrol has had for over a century.
It started back in 1921. And, the ocean has its own rules. So you always need to have somebody there that can monitor it. So basically, that's what we are. We're just sort of the common sense on the beach, making sure that everybody's okay.
He says many times they face dangerous situations that could cost them their lives.
If you make contact with those jetties, they're going to cut you up. And also the current can pull you under them and that will cause you to drown. I hope that 100 years from now, the lifeguards in Rehoboth have the same family philosophy that we have. And our philosophy is everyone goes home. And that includes the public and it includes the lifeguards.
Oftentimes, people forget that they too are first responders, and Captain Giles is glad that this is how the city is choosing to honor them.
If you see how hard these guards work, it's not just sitting on the stand and getting some sun. I mean, these guys and girls work really hard. So, and when it's time and they need to respond, it's something to watch.
Because local matters, Tierra Williams, WMDT.
Yeah, now the patrol says they're honored to be remembered in this way and that they hope the community feels the same way 100 years from now. Well, a Bridgeville tradition is back for another year. The Apple Scrapple Festival will take over the streets of downtown Bridgeville with more than 15,000 people expected to be in attendance. There will be a car show, a carnival, and a trade show. There will also be vendors, and you guessed it, a lot of delicious food, including what's in the name, Scrapple. The event kicked off this afternoon, but president of the festival, Karen Johnson-Kemp, says tomorrow is going to be the main event.
And Saturday all day, we start bright and early at 9 a.m. and we're open till 10 p.m. Saturday is our big day. We have all of the vendors on the streets. The middle school is filled with all of the homemade crafts, and we have every event happening on Saturday.
Yeah, now you can learn more about what you expect to see if you go to Apple Scrapple by checking out their website. And at this time, we're going to send things over to Chief Meteorologist Rich Werdzik, who's standing by. Rich, I got to tell you, it must be really nice to have your job when the weather's nice, right?
Well, it is, but there is always like a segment that's not happy with what I have to say, and that we need rain. In all seriousness, not going to be happy with my forecast with that. But yeah, this has been a pretty decent time to be a meteorologist in the area. It's all about the temperature, and day in and day out, lots of sun. And with a clear sky last night, man, this couldn't be any more beautiful than what we saw here with the Northern Lights yesterday. That comes from Mike in Pittsville, Mark in Laurel. Showing off a few more pictures here. This is Debbie out of Bridgeville, one of our weather watchers, who had the glow in the sky there. And a lot of this was seen with the naked eye. You didn't need the long exposure set in your camera. This was such a unique event. I wish I could say it's going to be happening again tonight because the weather is exactly the same with clear skies. It's just not going to happen. The solar storm has backed off, but ended up being a beautiful day. This is where meteorologist Eric Alf was, by the way. Tuckahoe State Park. Shout out to y'all in Caroline County, a beautiful place to go. And he's scouting out areas he knows here in the next couple of weeks. He's saying that there's going to be some beautiful parks to go through once the fall foliage really kicks in. High pressure and control of our weather like it has been so much in the past several days. But this area of high pressure was stuck for a little bit while Milton was moving out to sea. Now that that thing's gone and we don't have to worry about it anymore, high pressure is now kind of sliding back into the position here just off the coast. That's where it'll be for tomorrow. So that northerly flow shuts down. Cool air in Canada, it's going to make a run at us by the end of the weekend into early next week. But for now, we're comfortably cool here for this time of the year and outright warm for mid-October. We're talking about temperatures still haven't dropped below 70 in places like Chicago and St. Louis, and some of that warm air is heading our direction. Winds for tomorrow, a slight breeze out of the northwest and west, but note what happens here into Sunday. We have more of a southwest flow that kicks in, brighter colors indicating a breezier setup by Sunday afternoon. This is very typical out ahead of the cold front that'll be moving in. We'll see that return flow, as we call it. Now, the humidity will start to come up a little bit. It won't be noticeable, and that's as a result there's just not enough low-level moisture that will be there for any sort of rain chance with this front when it comes through. So looking at futurecasts, bright sunny skies tomorrow. Sunday, we'll throw in a few high clouds. These are both great beach and lake days. If you're going to be out at the bay, same idea. There's 8 a.m. to start Sunday. Showers. Any chance for them is going to be up like in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, New York area. Not a drop of rain in our forecast. This front moves through, just scattered clouds coming in as it does so on Monday, and then the bottom falls out with temperatures. Back to tonight, not as chilly as last night. Clear skies will dip into the 40s for a bit. Tomorrow should just be a beautiful day for mid-October standards. Sunny skies, 75 to 80. 7-day forecast after the warm and nice weekend. Monday's a transition day with a high of 72. And that is going to be a shock to the system. We'll wake up to 42 Tuesday morning and a high of only 60. And it's Tuesday night and Wednesday night where it could be cold enough interior spots of Delmarva. We get to the mid-30s. That could be cold enough for some frost. Devin?
Thank you, Rich. Now stick around. More DSI action is around the corner. We've got our top plays of the week. Plus, we're counting down who made our athlete of the week as well. So keep watching DSI.
Hello, this is Coach Sherman Wood from Salisbury Football. You're watching Delmarva Sports Insider. Go Gold!